We love coffee.
And it's always been that way, but before keto, we tended to drink coffee-flavored creamer.
So today, we're gonna show you how to make your own keto-friendly coffee creamer in a variety of flavors.
Hey, what's up, family? I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are Two Crazy Ketos.
And if you're new to our channel, welcome. Here on Two Crazy Ketos, we do different things like product reviews and we do recipe videos. We talk about various keto topics, and every Monday we go live on Keto Beyond the Couch because life exists beyond the couch.
You can find us in different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And we have a website, which is twocrazyketos.com, and that's where you're gonna find all of our different recipes. Now we do upload at least 5 new videos every single week, so make sure you subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to hit the little bell icon, and that way every single time I'm fueled by coffee and Christmas cheer, you'll be alerted to it.
So like we said in the intro, we love coffee. I mean, some of us more than others.
I would say that Joe likes coffee a normal hat size amount, and I like coffee this hat size amount.
Now, prior to keto, like Rachel said, we had creamer flavored coffee experiences.
Yes.
We would go to the store and buy all those fancy creamers, the ones that sound fun, like pumpkin maple spice,
yes,
peppermint mocha, you know, the International Delights and all of those different brands. The problem with them is 2 things. Number 1, they're loaded with sugar.
Loaded.
And number 2, the fats that they're using is usually seed oils, things like canola oil or soybean oil, which is not good for anybody.
And it's something that we were using all the time. So we talk about like, hey, don't worry about seed oils if it's like a once in a month like restaurant experience, but I'm drinking multiple coffees a day. So I definitely want to minimize my interaction with those fat sources.
And we have done videos before where we showed you different ways that we drink our coffee. From things like putting an egg in our coffee when we're on beef, butter, bacon, egg because it will make it creamy. I know it sounds gross, but believe me, try it, it's really good. Putting butter in your coffee, that is a great way. You can also use heavy whipping cream, though we tend not to because heavy whipping cream does have carbs, and also heavy whipping cream tends to like bloat us a little bit, so we usually steer away from that. The real problem with those are they're not fun.
No, and I like some fun coffees that are flavored differently. So I will, from time to time, purchase like a store-bought creamer that I feel good about, like this Super Coffee creamer. Here's the problem with Super Coffee. Love you guys. Appreciate that you have a thing that I can grab and go on maybe like a vacation when I'm on the road. However, it comes in a very limited assortment of flavors.
There's like 2 that we can use.
It's like vanilla and sweet cream. And so that's it. That's like the difference. So when everybody else is having like pumpkin spice for the fall time, or they're having something that is like a peppermint for Christmas time, we're not partaking in that from the creamer perspective.
So the other problem with this is it's expensive at like $7 a container. So I set out on a quest to make a coffee creamer that reminded us of like the International Delights type coffees, you know, all of the cremoras and things like that. But I wanted it to not have any sugar in it, and I also wanted it to have a good fat source. And because Rachel really likes this and drinks so much coffee, we wanted to get it close to the nutritional facts of this one. So for example, this product here, which again is $7, they say there's 51 servings in here. There's not.
No.
A serving size is a tablespoon and it's 15 calories with a gram of fat. But I found that the thing about that is I need a lot more than 1 tablespoon. As a matter of fact, they changed the nutrition results.
Right.
Because it used to be a serving size was like 3 tablespoons and it was 50 calories. So what they did was to make it appeal more to you, and again, not a knock, all companies do this.
Yeah.
To make it appeal and go only 15 calories, they cut the serving size down to 1 tablespoon. But in reality, we generally only get maybe 15 if we're super lucky, which we're not because we don't measure, 20 servings out of this. So it does add up in cost. So we ended up finding a way to make a lot of different flavors. And I've got one right here. We got 2 cups of coffee. And I wanted to just kind of show you how nice and creamy this can make. We're gonna do just 1 tablespoon. And you can see, look how thick that is.
It is very thick.
And 1 tablespoon, I even have your Joop Joop.
Ooh.
Here's your Joop Joop.
Well, this is the one from the internet. This is not like the Keto Brains one. That one goes like really, really fast. But yes, it lightens up the coffee.
And that's just 1 tablespoon.
Yeah.
So you've got 1 tablespoon at about 18 calories is what this comes out to be. And if you want, you could add a little more. Again, we were using 3 or 4 tablespoons. But now how does that taste?
Super good. Like there's a party going on. Like I have coffee that is fun like everybody else's coffee.
And it's got good flavor. It's got a good amount of sweetener in there, but not overpowering. It doesn't have sugar in it. So I bet you're wondering how we do this. Well, we're gonna show you. And today's video, this really is so easy. Even Rachel can do it.
Yay! For the holidays?
Honestly, like, this is so easy. Peyton could probably do it before her 2nd birthday.
Except for we don't want her dealing with a hot beverage.
Well, yeah, but we're gonna make it cold.
Oh, okay,
like to make the coffee creamer.
Okay, not
like
to mix
it is
the coffee.
probably the easiest thing we've ever done. And you can make this in a variety of flavors because we're gonna use keto chow. If you haven't figured that out yet. We like keto chow for this because the keto chow is going to be a milk-based protein. Now, we have tried it with the beef-based protein, like Keto Chow Core. In my personal opinion, it's not as good. The milk protein is what really makes the coffee super creamy and brings it back to that international delights type of thing. And we can do all kinds of flavors. I mean, we can use birthday cake.
Lovely.
We could use butterscotch.
My favorite.
We could even make red licorice flavored coffee creamer.
I have one question though.
What?
How is anybody going to make these particular flavors because they're all like limited edition and sold out?
But we can make them. We have stockpiles of them.
Okay, but everybody else may not have stockpiles of them, Joe.
Well, we need a new flavor then.
Okay.
Okay, I got the flavor. It's Christmas time.
Yeah.
It's the perfect time for this one. And, you know, we talked about like the Cremora's International Delights things. You know, they have seasonal flavors.
Yes, they do.
Right? They have pumpkin spice and peppermint mocha. And at this time of the year, I like me some peppermint mocha.
I do too.
Right? So how about some peppermint keto chow?
Yes, Keto Chow has a brand new flavor out and it is peppermint.
I'm excited about this one because, again, peppermint mocha, those are things that I always loved. And now we can take a peppermint keto chow and mix it in coffee and make peppermint mocha.
I'm excited. We're going to use the same recipe we've been using to make today's coffee creamer, but we have not tried the new flavor yet.
We have not tried the new flavor. I have it over here. We will try it in a little while. First, we want to show you how to make the coffee creamer. And this seriously is very easy. So first thing you're going to need is you're going to need a blender.
Yes.
So we're going to take our blender. Then what you need, and I'm taking a little shortcut. I already melted it. We need 8 tablespoons.
Is that an entire stick?
So it's an entire stick if you have the normal like 4 sticks to a package kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's 8 tablespoons of melted butter. We're going to put that into our Vitamix. Now, you can use heavy whipping cream for this. If you want to use heavy whipping cream, you can. You would use 1 cup of heavy whipping cream.
I would rather use this much butter.
Then what you're going to do is you're going to take 16 to 20 ounces of warm water. The water needs to be at least 90 to 95 degrees. Otherwise, when you mix all of this and put in your keto chow with the butter will turn to clumps.
It'll get clumpy. So we always recommend pouring the water first into where you have the butter so that you don't miss any of the butter.
You don't miss any butter. So the way I say 16 to 20 ounces, if you're using heavy whipping cream, go 16 ounces. If you're using melted butter, you're gonna go 20, because that's gonna give you roughly 24 ounces of coffee creamer. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take 1 packet of whatever flavor keto chow you want today.
This is a brand new one.
We're gonna use peppermint.
Can you smell?
Oh,
Oh my gosh, yes. They nailed the smell.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put that in our blender. We're gonna turn our blender down, and then we're going to turn it on. Now that it's blended, we're going to just simply put it into a normal blender bottle. And this way we can still keep mixing it up. And you see we end up with almost a complete blender bottle, like all the way to the lid. You can make this a little bit lighter if you want. Just know that every serving will be a little bit higher in calories.
Right.
So again, this works out to be, if you have it with 24 ounces of liquid, depending on the flavor, roughly 18 calories per tablespoon. Oh, the lid is missing on this one. So we'll have to get a new top. Now, this is the important part.
Put your top on.
The important part is to create a label that says this is coffee creamer,
not a regular keto chow.
not regular keto chow, because this has an entire stick of butter in there. And you could make it even fattier if you want.
Exactly.
If you're going to use anything more than one stick of butter, my suggestion is to use unsalted butter. Though we love salt, I found using like a stick and a half or 2 sticks of salted butter made it too salty even for me.
Which is amazing to even contemplate.
Considering when we make ghee and we scrape off all of the milk protein off of the top that's got salt in it, we eat that.
Right. Now, can I make another case for butter, though, as the fat source instead of heavy cream? It lasts longer. We find
Yes.
that it tends to be like if you open up a heavy whipping cream, even if it says like you can use this in 2 years, the moment you open it, it's like you're on a ticking time clock. And I find that it takes a lot longer in the refrigerator for a butter one to go bad.
So Keto Chow says your Keto Chow is good for about 7 days in the refrigerator once you make it. We have found with butter, you can extend that out a little bit because you don't have heavy cream. In this case, what I say is use the smell test.
Yeah.
But we have gone as much as 10 to 14 days where it did not go bad. It didn't taste bad. But honestly, with the amount of coffee we drank, it doesn't last that long as a coffee creamer anyway.
Because there's 2 people partaking in it.
So we're going to go to the same 1 tablespoon. We're going to go a little bit over because it's foamy, so we missed a little bit there.
I want my full serving, Joe.
Okay, go ahead and use your Zoop Zoop.
Ooh, I keep wanting to just stir it with
Ooh,
a
that
spoon.
smells so good.
But since it is already mixed up, you're not going to have clumps in it. So, which is nice. If you've ever just spooned in like powdered keto chow directly into a coffee mug, which I have done, it can be challenging to get it to break up appropriately.
Yep. You want to try that?
Yes, please.
Ooh, that gives a nice peppermint flavor to it.
That is nice.
Now, I know you're wondering, like, are you seriously pulling out the tablespoon measure every time you make coffee? No, we don't. We don't measure anything. So here's how I would do it. I would kind of go,
Boop.
1, 2.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much, although my coffee cup would normally be full, that's about how much I use. So I still use 2 to 3 tablespoons for a cup of coffee.
I'm not going to lie. It's getting even tastier.
Yep,
That's
that's
really
pretty
good.
much how I like it.
That's good.
So that is how we make our own coffee cream. Now, if you use our discount code for Keto Chow, which is down below, you have to use the link. There's no code. You just use that link. You're going to get 10% off. And you can do it with the individual servings, or you can do it with the big bag flavors.
Now, before we go, I want to taste the new flavor as like a standalone. So you may be wondering, how do we presently fix our keto chow when we are making a keto chow shake or an ice cream for ourselves? We usually use about 4 tablespoons of melted butter.
Now, when it comes down to Keto Chow, we find that butter enhances flavor. Heavy whipping cream mutes it, but the heavy whipping cream tends to make it a little bit thicker. But as I said earlier, heavy whipping cream tends to bloat us a little bit, so we do avoid it. Plus, using 4 ounces of heavy whipping cream is going to add almost 4 carbs to your Keto Chow shake. So when we do it, we find a minimum of 3 tablespoons of melted butter or 3 ounces of heavy whipping cream, up to whatever you want, is the best when it comes to Keto Chow, especially when you're making ice cream. I really, really encourage you to not cut your fat too much. on keto or with keto chow. You really do need to have fats in your diet. You do need to eat a good amount of fat and a good amount of food. This is not a calorie restriction thing where we're trying to eat only 1,200 calories a day.
That's right.
We find 4 tablespoons of melted butter is absolutely perfect, and that makes every shake roughly 500 calories. And remember, that's a meal.
It is a meal.
Okay, so we've got peppermint keto chow here. It's not peppermint mocha, it's just peppermint. And got a couple glasses here because you may be curious, what color is it?
I'm gonna guess white because
It is white.
peppermint, and they can't make it red because peppermint is striped, right?
I think when I think peppermint, I think candy cane.
Me too. Cheers to your health. Wow. That is pepperminty.
But it's not overpowering.
It does not have a toothpaste flavor, which is what I feared when I saw that this was going to be the new flavor. It definitely has a milky front note.
Yes.
Like the peppermint is on the back, which is good.
It's a refreshing, subtle peppermint. Kind of like a peppermint chocolate.
Yeah, because I don't want a breath freshener if I'm drinking this as a peppermint shake.
They nailed it, because I can tell you that when we were creating some flavors for them, we worked on a peppermint coffee, like a peppermint mocha, and I couldn't get it because like the peppermint always ended up tasting like toothpaste. So I feel like this is the perfect amount of peppermint, but you still get that milky goodness.
Richness.
And it really does make a great coffee creamer.
And perfect for the holidays.
So this is a limited edition flavor. Depending on when you're seeing this video, it may or may not be in stock.
Right.
But it's a limited edition flavor. So again, use the link down below to order it. And when you're seeing this video, if you're seeing it when we first put it out, it is available right now. Hopefully they make it a permanent flavor, or at minimum a seasonal flavor.
Yeah.
Now, I have been told they expect it to sell out quickly because this has been a highly requested flavor.
So don't delay if you're interested in trying it.
So that's what the peppermint mocha tastes like in our opinion, but more importantly, that is how you can make any flavor coffee creamer that you want. Now, if you like seeing videos like this, take a look at some of the videos that we have linked right over here. Also, make sure you take a look at the most recent videos I'm gonna put right over there.
But whether you head this way or you head this way, don't forget to head this way. Subscribe to our channel and click the little bell icon, and that way every single time we upload a new video, you'll be alerted to it.
Till next time.
Bye.